Yeah, quite right.
We're going to, how long we got to go for? We got 8
It's quite a long drive, yeah.
Chaz!
Well, that's bleeding observant of you, isn't it, eh?
Well, what are you doing? Why don't you ring the doorbell like everyone else? I mean, instead of creeping around like the Phantom of the bloody Opera.
I didn't know he was fixed, like fellow-wise. I didn't want to cause no embarrassment, you know.
You'd cause embarrassment on a Japanese game show.
Yeah, I suppose.
What'd you done to your hand?
I broke it on a side of meat.
Tell me about it.
No, straight up, that's what I do now for a living, like all in meat and that.
Huh? Suppose you want some coffee?
I wouldn't say no.
How's your jaw?
Eh?
Jaw.
It's all right.
It's quite good, eh?
Yeah,
Coffee?
coffee.
I passed that guerrilla camp they called a comprehensive the other day. There was a fire in the playground. I mean, how did we ever learn anything there, Chaz?
Well, you seem to have picked up a couple of pointers along the way. You always was bright, I suppose.
Ah.
I'm in trouble, Fred.
Oh, I might have guessed.
I could do with somewhere to kip for a couple of days.
Oh. Let's talk about it. No funny business, mind. I remember you trying it on in the boiler room at school.
Well, you didn't have to come in the boiler room with me, did you?
Well, you told me you were breeding koala bears in there. Sugar?
It's refrigerated. We bring it in from Europe.
Yeah, but who would want to jump you for a whole load of meat?
Well, that's what I don't get.
Well, I shouldn't worry about it. You're the injured party.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've got a bit of form, haven't I? I mean, mostly juvenile. But if the company brings a law in, which seems likely, and the old Bill starts sniffing about, know what I mean?
Give a dog a bad name.
That's right. So I come to you for a bit of help. I mean, you always did look after me, even when we was kids, and you was about as big as a garden gnome. Sort of natural, wasn't it? There's another reason.
What?
Well, I did hear you was involved in some outfit, C.A.T.S, something like that, and they was a bit tasty.
How did you find out about that?
It don't matter how much they stuff the punters with British Telecom shares. The Bush Telegraph's still the best, isn't it? Can I stay?
Now, you always were a bit fragile.
I ain't fragile.
Not there. There.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can stay. But tomorrow is another day.
Right. Thanks very much.
Heroin. It's a huge connection.
Commander Danby Harris is the drug squad supreme.
Yes, we've met before. These are my partners, Fred and Tessa.
It's Russian-controlled. Afghanistan, Pakistan, ultimately Holland, then by container across the Channel.
How's it hidden?
I was coming to that.
Frozen meat.
Only we can't find it. We laid on a bus last night, racing certainty. Impounded the truck, brought it down here, but could we find anything?
We had to let everyone go.
There's one we're looking for, but we're not expecting much, even if we do find him.
Excuse me. Have you considered that they might have injected the heroin into the animals before they were slaughtered and then recovered it from the dead tissue later?
First thing we looked for.
We took that meat apart, down to the bone marrow. Nothing.
Sorry.
What made you think the stuff was here in the first place?
Information received.
Then your information was wrong.
Never has been before.
There's always a first time.
They're as good at their jobs as they are at rabbiting. We're home and dry.
I think you'll
We
find...
haven't exactly got much to beat.
I expect to be kept informed of your every move.
The best chance you've got.
The story is that the biggest import of heroin in history is on its way in.
Why us?
Because the operation is Soviet planned.
Chemical warfare in peacetime.
How's that?
Well, they're permanently stoned on vodka. They want to even things up.
Therefore, it's down to you.
Oh, thanks humbly. Drug squad made a mess of it last night, so this time we can take the fall.
On the contrary, you were brought in over his dead body. He feels humiliated. Is there some history between you and Danby Harris?
He's a hard-hat twit and a social climber. His wife's the daughter of a baronet or something. He thinks coppering's not good enough for him. You know the type?
Is this it?
Yeah, the Coldburn crowd's local watering hole. Stand on me, don't forget. You're a truck driver's groupie.
How do you want me to behave?
Just imagine they're all the Duke of Westminster with muscles.
I don't care for muscle.
Okay, hold the muscles.
You sure this is it?
Oh, you really are out of the dark ages, aren't you? What do you expect, sawdust and spittoons?
Mate. Yeah. What's your jank lady present?
Yeah, well, I tell you, 2 gin and tonics, please. I've not so small.
No, I'll have an orange juice. I do the driving. Mum does the drinking.
Coming up.
See, a long-haul truck driver's the knight of the road. He puts himself about all over Europe. If you only had how much they earn. Some of those lads on the East End.
How's it? I'm Jimbo, this is Jack, and you're breaking one of the rules of the house.
Oh, what's that then?
No lady is allowed to buy her own drink while there's a man still left on his feet.
Well, I'll drink to that. Anything a Simon Le Bon lookalike says could be all wrong.
Well, that's very kind of you, gentlemen. We always abide by the rules.
Where you from, Blue Eyes?
East Ham.
I'd put you a few miles further west. Makes me a bit grainy, do you, darling?
Yeah, like a bad photograph.
Hello, got yourself a counter puncher there, Jack.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
And you're not going to go and break my heart. You haven't come in here to meet someone.
Oh, no, it's just that... Well, isn't this the pub that the Coldburn lads fancy?
You could say that. Hey, Pete. Lady here just talking about Coldburn. He's the transport manager. Pete Humbart. The other one's his assistant, Len Hanslow.
Hello, pretty ladies. This is Len. Couple of drinks for girls, please. What did you want to know about Coldburn then, darling?
Oh, we once knew a fellow that worked there. Didn't we, Tess?
What? Yes.
What was his name?
Tommy.
Tommy what?
Oh, that's what I like about truckers. They got nice teeth and no last names.
Where'd you meet him?
Oh, we're into market research. Freelance. We just bumped into him in the street.
Market research, eh? We've often thought about doing a bit of that, haven't we, Pete?
That's right.
Here, here's my card. Drop in at the office sometime.
Oh, will do.
So, what did he tell you about Coldburn then, this Tommy?
Because they were the best players in the business.
Andy said if ever we fancied anything stronger than booze, he could get it for us.
Stronger than booze, eh? What do you think he meant?
Well, I don't know.
What do you think he meant, Pete?
Not the foggiest. Hey, listen, I think we'd better get back to bosses because we'll be going out.
Now, ladies, how about the first half of the second half? What's yours?
Double orange juice?
Freddy's. You know, she knew where the meeting was.
Go another one?
I've already had 2.
Well, actually, you've had 3, but who's counting?
It's good, isn't it? It's all right. Like a Sunday morning, breakfast in bed. Bring up the news of the world, girl. It's already up there. Well, bring it down then.
You know what? When they were handing out subtlety, Chaz, you were in the queue marked sledgehammers.
I've always fancied you know that, don't you?
I know, you used to drop your pencil under my desk.
You had them legs.
Well, I've still got them.
Yeah, but you had them before anyone else your age.
Well, I used to hire them out to the other girls on weekends.
Oh, come on, Fred, you know what I'm talking about.
You know what? You and I've got a silver tongue. You could drive a woman wild.
I bet you don't kiss sloppy, neither.
Here, listen, I want to talk to you.
What?
You do know what you've been ferrying in for Colburn, don't you?
What do you mean ferrying in? I've been hauling meat, haven't I?
The only meat you've been ferrying in is horse, H, heroin.
Do what?
Well, Colburn has a cover. Well, it might not have started off that way, but it is now. It's a business heaving in heroin.
I ain't been doing nothing like that.
How do they hide it?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't touch it. None of the lads would.
Well, what do you think that bust was last night?
You mean they was the law?
Right.
I say this much, girl. You don't half know how to make a bloke feel bad.
Look, it's got nothing to do with you and me. It is a business.
Well, I don't know nothing about it, but I'm going home.
Oh, yes, that's exactly the attitude you used to take when things got rough.
I'm going home, right, and stuff your pancakes.
But I wish you wouldn't, because you could actually help a lot of people.
I told you, I don't know nothing about it. I can't help.
Look, all your friends have got off.
Well, of course they got off. They don't know nothing about no heroin.
Yeah, and you're the one the law wants, because, as you say, you're the one with form.
Oh, I can't help you.
Chaz.
Well, maybe I do know something. How about if I give you the names of the blokes who actually own Colburn?
Oh, I get that off Company House.
No, you couldn't see. All you get is the names of the blokes on the notepaper. To Jeffrey Farnham's barn and things like that.
Whereas
the real muscle are 2 blokes who make out like pencil-pushing nose drips.
Well, who are they?
Umbart and Aslope. Officially the transport manager and his gopher.
You are a genius.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right now, I'm going to go out. You can help yourself. Television, videos, beer in the fridge. Get your head down. But whatever you do, do not go out, right?
Yeah.
Don't eat my pancake. I said don't eat my pancake.
Chaz Martin has definitely gone missing.
Find him.
Are you sure about Humbert? He seems such a clunk.
Then what's he doing, living in a house so fancy it's marked on an ordnance survey map?
That's it.
The very same.
I see what you mean. Bit high profile. He just thought he'd keep his head down.
Well, it's in a company name, buried under 15 other companies.
He shouldn't be home, but just in case he knows me, so I'll go around the back and you do your number in the front. Oh, goody. Looks like we missed him. We might have the house to ourselves.
That Humbert?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
That car.
You sure this is the road he's on?
Well, there are no turn-offs he could have taken. Mind you, he'll be driving like a bat out of hell. Can you start on hills, too? There's a turn-off just up ahead. We could cut him off.
We could also end up in even Noah's headache.
You what?
You know about slang?
Well, there's slang and there's slang, but that's just vulgar. Try. Tasty. Very tasty. Let's see if I can slow him down a bit. I'll put a flea in his ear. Ha! Look out! That's another fine mess you've got me into.
Yes?
It's Maggie. We met the other day. You,
Oh, yes. Look, I'm in the shower. Push the door and go right in. Hi.
Hello.
I said the office. How the hell did you find me here?
I told you, I'm a researcher.
Well, help yourself to a drink. I'll be with you in a minute.
Ta. Len? Mr. Hanslow? Clever.
No prints on the gun? Dodgy number plates on the car? Always that bit ahead of you. You're being outplayed.
That's what I like about you, Nigel. You're so supportive.
Also, they knew you'd be coming for Humbert and Hanslow. Somebody is monitoring your every move. How? Frederica, who gave you the tip that they were important?
I can't tell you.
I insist on knowing.
I gave my word.
Then you will have to break it.
I don't do that sort of thing.
You do see the problem, don't you? How do we know that your informant isn't a double? How do we know we can trust him?
I trust him.
I'm afraid that may not be enough.
Nigel, I don't think...
It's okay, Mags. So what you're saying is that you don't trust me?
Fred!
No, you keep out of this, Tessa. You listen to me, Nigel. In C.A.T.S. eyes, we've been vetted till our bums winked. My folks were lobbing arrows into the French at Agincourt. Special branch have traced my family back to Henry V. And how far have they got with you? Sammy Davis, Jr.?
Fred!
Oh, please.
Sammy who?
You're an odious, racially prejudiced little toad.
And you're a long streak of Gucci liberal bull.
That was a dreadful thing to say.
Tessa, love, your trouble is that you're so guilty about what you've been brought up to believe. You can't be natural. Nigel is just another bloke. If he chokes you, you choke him back. Simple as that.
Yes, but you don't take an unfair advantage.
Oh, there you go again. What advantage? You damn yourself with everything that comes out of your mouth.
You bloody hypocrite. If you hadn't thought that remark gave you an advantage, you wouldn't have said it.
Don't you understand? Nigel doesn't give her monkeys.
Don't shout at me.
Cockney dwarf. I hate to interrupt you, but we've got work to do. I had you forgotten.
She said that...
She said... Well, maybe I was a bit over the top. I'll apologise. Eventually.
I knew you would.
Well, what's wrong with Sammy Davis Jr.
Fred,
anyway?
cut it out. I'll see you later.
Okay. Let's give him a tour of the docks. Like it? I like it.
If those birds are onto anything, we are in deep trouble. Shut up!
And where did they get their information about the murdered men?
I can't tell you that.
What? Now, you listen to me. When your team were called in about this, I told you I wanted to know every move they made.
So you did. Whether you had the right to say it is another matter.
I give you fair warning, Beaumont. I am prepared to go over your head on this one.
Why not give it a whirl?
And it's hit the post, having caught goalkeeper David Seaman completely by surprise. Lured into a position towards his far post.
Come on, son!
where he thought the ball was coming. Dylan bent it in so intelligently. Was robbed of reward by the post. Jenny Armstrong is...
I'd count 20 bags, please. Part of bitter and 4 cans takeaway. That's lovely, thank you very much. Cheers. I'll see you.
Made it count. And David C.A.T.S had stolen a yard at the near post.
You're a Wally Olsen.
And was able to side foot the ball into a small gap to the left of Alan Knight. His 19th goal.
One thing you must bear in mind about Chaz. Einstein he's not, but he's a nice, straight guy.
How come you can tell me about Chaz and not Nigel?
Because Nigel didn't ask properly, that's why.
It really hurts. Yeah, it can be. I told him.
Fred? Did you write this?
What?
Cold burn.
No, it's not me.
Chaz.
They've snatched him.
Well, they must know we're onto them.
Well, not necessarily. There's no reason anyone should know this is a cat-sized flat. No. They've obviously put the word out on him. Someone's clocked him and blown the whistle.
For the last time. The last time. How much do those cat-sized bitches know about it?
For the last time, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, pick him up. You let him cool off for a bit.
Oh, what are they doing to poor Chaz? I can't bear it.
We can't move in till after dark.
After a few hours, you'll turn into one of those. If you change your mind, just ring the bell. Don't leave it too long.
time to make a move. Your mouth's hanging open.
You rotten devil.
On your bike, box him!
Hit him with your handbag!
Cool, there's a better fight of my wedding.
I've been fighting like that ever since I got married.
Can't believe it.
It's wired. Okay.
That's when he flicks a good point-scoring left-hander, the rogue lad. He makes himself a bit mobile, it's a lot difficult. So, to the end of this round.
Break in!
You stay here, Bert, watch the ball.
Let's find Chaz and get out of here. Hang on.
They're in Humbart's office.
Next floor.
Lights. Look at this. God, bloody riots.
Commander Denby Harris and friends. We've been had, ladies.
Gentlemen, drop them now. Meet. Yeah, straight out here.
Get the governor. Everybody, anyone you can reach.
Right.
wouldn't have left him down here, would they?
No bet.
Chaz? Chaz, are you in here?
Over here.
Chaz! Get him out of here! Chaz, we've got to get out of here, fast!
Come on, you two, hurry it up. You tried dragging 14 stoners stiff. God, they've got a car. Mob-handed. Over there, there's a truck. Come on.
Push! I'm pushing it harder, I'll break his arm off. Like an icicle. He's gone!
Come on, come on. I thought you knew all about engines.
They do actually make these things quite difficult to steal, you know.
And I'm really glad you're on our side.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. Sure do appreciate that.
How you doing?
You know.
God, he's like a block of ice. He could die of hypothermia.
Well, let's get him in the back. Come in, Chaz.
Did you see that film the other night on telly? The Outlaw?
With Jane Russell and the cowboy's freezing sick and through this barn. And he needs warming up.
That's the one.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm sure you'd like it. But you wanted some hot tea. Some hot, sweet tea.
Thanks. Oh, it's a bit cold for that, isn't it? Give me a nice lolly, please. Thanks. Here. Suck it and see.
What?
Ice. What are we sitting on a load of?
She's right.
I must say your cat's eyes people don't seem to have come up with much.
They got on to Humbert and Hanslow.
We got on to them after they were dead. Not very helpful. And what since then?
They're professionals. They touch base when they have something to report. Their great strength is their silence and discretion.
One grasshopper jumps right over the other grasshopper's back. Hey! One grasshopper jumps right over the other grasshopper's back. Hey! Hey! One grasshopper jumps.
Hello, Nigel. Look who we found. Chaz, my mate. The one who put us in touch with Humbert and his friend. Commander Denby Harris. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, well, we've done quite well so far, really. We've got Chaz back, as Fred said, and we've had a look round the coal store.
That's the headquarters of the heroin ring, you see.
Yes, we were aware of that.
Yes, well, we've had a good look round, and we've seen some faces that we'd know again.
I could summarize exactly what you appear to have done. You poked around premises that have already been scrutinized in great detail by Commander Denby Harris's own men, and you rescued an ex-con from his equally dubious acquaintances. I think you'd better run along now.
I think it's worth a drink.
Come on, Nigel. We've had a long, hard day.
Oh, he's too much of a gentleman to refuse. Besides, we've brought our own ice. We got it out of the freezer truck. Handy, isn't it? Tessa, Chaz, do the honors, will you? Ah, gentlemen are on whiskey. Just a tonic for me.
Me too.
I think you're being a bit unfair on us, Nigel. I mean, Commander Denby Harris's men have had how long? Months. We've only had a couple of days so far.
It's a whiskey, and a tonic.
Tonic?
Cheers.
Tonic.
Well, here's success to us all. Cat's eyes and Commander Denby Harris. You're not drinking, Commander.
Could it have anything to do with this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Of course I made friends with Humbert and Hanslow. I was infiltrating the organization.
A commander? Going under cover? Do me a favor. You've forgotten how long I was in the force. You ran the whole operation. I often wondered how you could afford to have your uniforms tailored by Jeeves and Hawkes.
You're fantasizing, woman.
You were careless. You forgot to finish Humbert off. He made a statement before he died.
Oh, dear. Why did I do that?
Perhaps you trust us after all.
Why didn't he drink?
Because he knew what was in the ice.
That's how it came in, the heroin. It wasn't in the meat, it was in the ice.
Liquefied. Can't see it. Can't smell it. No use calling him the sniffer dogs. Nothing.
The ice? I've been drinking it.
Well, we bought 2 lots in. One's kosher, and that's the one you got. Well, I think that's the one you got.
Very well, Frederica. My turn will come.
I've seen the outlaw. That's not what Jane Russell did.
Jane Russell didn't do nothing. It was all in the audience's mind. I mean, that's your trouble, Chaz. You ain't got one.
Yeah, but I still got you in to see my koala bears, didn't I? Eh?